What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, talking today about Spider-Man on the PlayStation 5 because we finally got an actual update on it, including what the features are going to be, and perhaps the strangest thing of all, which is the fact that they just replaced Peter Parker, completely changing his face and character model entirely, which has started a lot of debate. Now, I've been especially curious about this update to PlayStation 5 games because I think we understood that a lot of late-gen PlayStation 4 stuff is coming to PS5. Games like The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, I fully believe that pretty much all of these at some point are going to be coming over to the PlayStation 5 with some sort of update. But this one is baffling because what we're getting here is almost a full-blown remaster. Let's look at the details themselves. So today they're talking about Spider-Man Remastered for the PlayStation 5, and they've confirmed that this is a full next-gen remaster. It's got overhauled environments, models, and materials, fantastic ray tracing, so it's going to be extra photorealistic, new weather. Now, I think that all this is nice, great, it's going to have new photo mode and everything, but the specific part of this I've been most curious about is the fact that they have decided to replace Peter Parker. I am a big fan of Spider-Man on PlayStation 4, and from the very beginning, I've been saying that's part of the reason this game was so freaking good, and part of the reason that the story was so fantastic, is that they finally made sure that Peter Parker was a character. I've read a lot of Spider-Man comics. I've got a Spider-Man costume in my closet. And part of the magic of Spider-Man is that he is a person first. He's trying to pay his bills. He's got a day job. He's trying to be Spidey and Peter Parker at once. So how you portray that character is incredibly important. Well, here is where things get strange, which is, okay, so yeah, these visuals, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. These visuals, in my opinion, are very impressive. But when you get to the character model, this is where there's been a little bit of debate. Now, let's look at this. Oh man, it's still bizarre. This is the original character model. This is the version we had in PlayStation 4, and I think a lot of us kind of got used to the fact that this was Peter Parker. I think a lot of us kind of assumed that because the first game sold over 10 million copies, a lot of us kind of thought, all right, that's going to be our Peter Parker for quite a while. And now, zippity-doo-dah, this is our new face. And let's just talk about the main thing, which is, why did this happen? I mean, a lot of people are kind of just confused. I honestly, I just want to say this real quick before we even get deeper into the why and the how. I think this is a good face. I think that the character model is different. It's kind of bizarre how much they changed it. But I think it's going to give us a chance to see better fidelity. I'm most taken aback by how young he looks. This is an older Peter Parker. Like in the original version, you see that he is in college. He's in his mid-20s. He's got running a errands. He's trying to help out his family. He's helping at the charity and stuff. It's weird to suddenly see him look like a high schooler again. Now, a lot of people have been making this comparison that he looks almost exactly like Tom Holland, and I do think that there's probably a reason for that. There's been some sort of rumors that they want to try and make the Avengers game very heavily feature Peter Parker. Now, currently the Avengers game, in my opinion, sucks. It's not very good. It's very, very bland. A lot of people have already quit. But obviously they're trying to roll out future content. These developers are constantly trying to debate the next big patch, the next big boss, the next big crazy challenge, right? That's how games as a service works. And it seems like they're going to try and push the angle that the Avengers game is sort of at least related to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it sounds like they're trying to maybe blend the lines. But let's look at what the official excuse is according to the developers. So they did this big post over on the PlayStation blog talking about all the changes, all the stuff they've done to make it bigger and better and crazy. But if we just do a little search here real quick and do Control F Yuri, you will see where they talk about the fact that they had decided to replace the actor. This does bring us to one of the bigger changes. In order to bring the best performances to players with our next generation Marvel Spider-Man, we have recast the face of Peter Parker. Now that is important to note, this is going to be the same great voice acting. We're still getting the amazing performances that already existed. This is simply a replacement of the character model. We loved working with John Bub Nyack on the original game. However, to get a better match to Peter Parker Spider-Man's actor Yuri Lowenthal's facial capture, we have cast Ben Jordan to be the face model for Peter Parker on the PlayStation 5 console. He looks incredible in game, and Yuri's moving performances take on a new life. Now, many people are basically seeing this as the fact that they wanted to get somebody that actually had closer facial structure to the actor who's playing him so that the performances were extra good. Because I did hear some people complaining in the original PlayStation 4 version that the performances could at times be a bit stiff. Now, looking at a picture of Yuri Lowenthal, this is supposedly the new guy, or this is the actor, so this is what they're trying to match. And I'm not sure how close they managed to nail it. Now, this has happened in the past. There have been a couple circumstances where there was an actor portraying somebody in a video game. They either got in trouble, or in this case, they just decided to replace him for bigger purposes. It's always been strange. One that's always stuck in my mind is, of course, the original Judgment on PlayStation 4. This still remains one of my favorite PlayStation 4 games of all time. And I bought the original version in Japan for one specific reason, which is that this actor here actually got replaced when he got caught with a little bit of nose medicine. And after he sniffed some expensive flowers, they completely removed him from the game. Patches, updates, facial animations, they remade the entire game and replaced this actor. Now, I managed to get the original box art with that guy on it, just because I'm a collector and obsessed with this game. But it kind of shows that, as baffling as it is, in this age of digital entertainment, anybody can be replaced. You can already be in the game, it can already have sold 10 million units, and then just by posting another patch, poof, you're instantly gone. And it's curious. It's kind of just the reason that art is so subjective, is that video games are definitely an art form, but it's strange that they can just grow and change and evolve to such a heavy degree. But what do you guys think? This has just been some off-the-cuff thoughts. Honestly, I wanted to take a little break. I'm currently rebuilding the office, where there's about to be another set of shelves here, and I'm editing the Crash Bandicoot 4 review for tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys watching. Please give a like. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all, and keep dreaming. This is so funny to me. I mean, we'll see how it actually turns out. I mean, if we start getting more Spider-Man, I'm happy. No matter what, I'm happy. More Spider-Man is always good. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.